up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and it's something a lot of seamstresses want to know, and this is how to start a fashion business on a low budget. I know you know how to sew, I know you want to bring your dreams to a reality, and you're just bothered about, I don't have enough money, I don't know how to start with what I have. Well, this video is going to address every topic and make you start your dream fashion business on a budget. So the first thing you want to do is, what kind of fashion business do you want to start? The first thing you should know is, what do you want to start? Do you want to start a ready-to-wear line, or you want to start a custom made? A custom made is when people come, like made by order. When people say, okay, I want this dress, they give you a fabric and you make for them. That's a custom made. A ready-to-wear is the one you normally go into boutiques, that are readily available in the market for people to come and buy. Now, whether you want to start a custom made or a ready-to-wear, they are basic must-haves. What did I say? Basic must-haves. You must have if you want to start a fashion business. Now, the first thing you should have if you want to start a fashion business is basic. It's not negotiable. You must have a good sewing skill. If you want to start a fashion business, whether a custom-made fashion business or a ready-to-wear fashion business, you must have a good sewing skill. You must be very good at your craft. You won't be 1 week into learning how to sew. You just come and say you want to learn, you want to have a fashion brand. You're not serious with yourself. You must have a very good sewing skill, very good cutting skill, sewing skill, like you can see any style and sew it. I know I've told you before that sewing is a progress, yes, but you can't be 20% and want to go into a fashion business. No, you can be 80% and you're good to go into a fashion business. You understand what I mean? So you must have good sewing skill. You must have a sewing machine. It's like you going to the farm and you don't have a sewing machine. You must have a sewing machine, and that sewing machine should be able to do, different stitches. You're not hearing me say you must have a weaving machine, you must have an overlock machine, you must have a steam press, you must have this, you must have an embroidery machine. No, you must have a sewing machine, and that sewing machine should be able to do, a straight stitch, a stretch stitch, overlock stitch, chain stitch, buttonhole. And why I'm saying this is because you don't have money to go get these machines individually. So you have to have one machine that can do a lot for you, more than just a straight stitch. You understand? And there are lots of cheap machines right now in the market. It mustn't be a new one. You can buy a fairly used, and they're very good. London showing, there are very good shops that sell London used machine. If you can afford these machines that can do 7 stitches, 10 stitches, I think mine can do 21 stitches. And if you can buy a brand new one, fine. If you can't buy a brand new one, there are shops on Facebook like Maome Sewing Machine. I really recommend her. She sells really good machines and at very affordable prices. So you can check out her page. If you see the one you can buy, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can buy. If you already have a sewing machine that does different stitches, fine. If you have just a sewing machine that does only straight stitch, you are still good to go. You can take your clothes outside to sew. Now, when we are done with the sewing machine, you should also have a pressing iron. Sewing machine and pressing iron, and making the dress they go hand in hand. So you should have a pressing iron, because you cannot sew and not iron. You're starting on a low budget doesn't mean you should now bring out crap, and people should understand that you're just starting out and you should just manage it the way. No. For you to have a very appealing and a well-looking dress, and for people to patronize you, your dress has to look good, which means you have to iron as you sew. And I talked about the importance of this when I talked about how to sew your dress to fit perfectly. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box. Now we've talked about the must-haves you must have. That sounds like a rhyme. What you must have for you to start a fashion business, I said good sewing skills, you must have a sewing machine, and you must have a pressing iron. Now let's go into the bits of running a custom made fashion brand and also running a ready-to-wear fashion business. Okay, now if you want to start a custom made is always like the easiest to start when you're starting on a low budget. I know you can hear a child crying, just ignore, okay? I'm in the hostel. Now a custom made business is always the easiest to start, because when you have your sewing machine, you have your ironing, you have your iron, your pressing iron, and you have good sewing skills. people can now come to you. Okay, when people come to you, you charge them. Are we on the same page? You charge them. You remove. You don't, not because you're starting up, you now charge yourself low. You take 1,500 or 2,000 just to sew a gown. No, you charge them according to the worth of what you're giving out. And you know, when you charge them, you remove money for things you want to buy, your lining, your zip, your gum stay, all those good stuff. You remove money for that, and you also remove your profit. Now, when you've removed that, you see that you still have money left with you. And that is how you start. Okay, you don't have to have one big shop with lights everywhere with 20 sewing machines. No, you can start really small. You have a sewing machine. Some of these shops, like the one I mentioned, they sell sewing machines for as cheap as 26,000, for as cheap as 20,000. Some of them, during their sale, they sell for as much as 18,000. So when you have a sewing machine, you have an iron. I think I got my iron for like not up to 4,000 naira. I got my iron for not up to 4,000 naira. And putting everything together, you find out that you're already starting so small. You mustn't be that quote of a big shop, a big place before you can start your fashion brand. So when people come to you, you sew for them. Make sure you always keep them as in money apart, because the idea is to start big, start small, and grow big. Now we are done with the starting for custom made. Then we are going to go over to starting the ready to wear. Now for a ready to wear brand, like I said, if you're going to start on a low budget, you should know how to sew. If you don't know how to sew, starting a fashion business on a low budget is not for you. Like, this video is not for you. Now for the ready to wear, because you are starting up newly and you are a new startup and people don't really know you, people don't really trust you, your sewing game has to be on. Okay, your designs have to be on point. Now I'm not asking you to go and produce 20 clothes or 30 clothes. For you to start a ready to wear line, you might have to spend a little more than people that are starting custom made, because custom made, okay, people bring to them, they sew and they take back to the person, so they are good to go. But for ready to wear, you might have to have like maybe extra cash along the line. Now to start the ready to wear, you have to buy fabric. Because you are not so big, you can't go on to buy 100 yards of fabric or 20 yards of fabric. You might just start with buying, maybe you want to make a shirt, you want to market a shirt. You might just start by, buying 6 yards, or let me say 10 yards of that fabric. Go for a really cheap fabric, not really cheap, but good quality and quite affordable. Okay, so you go for an affordable fabric, get like 10 yards or even 6 yards, make the shirt, wear it. Put yourself out. Tell people, oh, I make shirts, I make gowns, I make skirts for sale. You just put yourself out and talk to people about it. Then advertise yourself. We have different advertising platforms: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is really good because you have your friends, you have your family, you have your church members, you have different groups, okay, that can see your craft, and they tell you, oh, I want, can you make for me? So since you have already, like, let me say you bought 10 yards and you use 2 yards to make for yourself, and somebody's like, oh, I like this your shirt, can you make for me? You say, yes, I can make for you. How much is the price? 5,000. So you just cut out from the fabric you have at home and make for the person and send it over to the person. You understand? So that's how to start like a ready to wear on a really low budget. You just buy your fabric a little in bulk, like 10 yards, sew one for yourself first, advertise it very well, and you put it out on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure your picture qualities are bam, and make sure you're sewing, because when people buy from you and it doesn't look good, whether for ready to wear or custom made, they would never come back. And because you are starting out newly, because you're a new startup, people will always want good quality for their money. They want good value for their money. That is why I have emphasized that you must have good sewing skills. So that apart, the big question is always, should I get a shop? Do I need an office? Do I need a space? Do I need to have, do I have to rent shop? My dear, we are starting on a low budget. You don't have money to rent an office space. So I would ask if you can sew at home. Sew at home. You already have your father's house to you. So where do you want to start off from? Even if you don't have a room to yourself, start maybe on the dining table. You can start sewing there, or maybe in your brother's room or somebody's room. Just have a place where you can sew from home. Now, because you sew from home and you don't have an office space, in quotes, your advertising game has to be on. whether custom made, whether ready to wear, your advertising game has to be top notch. Now you talk about advertising. The best thing you should do for yourself, if you can't afford a shop, is to get a very good phone. Get a very good phone that can take really good pictures of you. Now when you sew this dress, make sure you do your best. Like when you are sewing a dress for yourself, don't say, oh, because it's just me, I'm not going to. Make sure your designer, if you're standing here, they'll be seeing you from 5 miles away. Like it's well sewn, well padded. If it's 6 pieces, it's full. If it's a blouse, it looks good. You understand? Everything looks put together because you're advertising your business. You're starting low, but you want to send a message to people that, see, I'm open for business and I know my onions. You understand? So get a good phone. Get somebody in the house. Go to a good background. Even if you don't stay in an area that is touche, or you don't, just get a good place to take good pictures. Go to a garden, snap in your compound, anywhere that is fine. Get someone to snap you. Get someone to take good angles of you so that they can highlight the designs, whether it's a custom made, whether it's a ready to wear. When you've taken this picture, if you have to edit the pictures, go to, there are little editing apps there. I use Lightroom. Those my pictures you see on Facebook, man. I edit them on Lightroom and I snap those pictures myself. So go to an editing app, edit the pictures if you want. If they are good for you like that, you use it like that. When you are done, it is now time to advertise. First of all, I said the first person that is advertising here is you. And when you make those dresses, don't just make the dresses and sit at home. Wear them to church, wear them to functions, wear these dresses like you are going to hang out with your friend. Wear it. Even if your mom is going out, make a really beautiful dress for her. Make sure she wears it. Okay. Go out, go to church, go wherever you are. You understand? Even if you are not a party person, I don't really go out like that, but I go to church. And when I'm going to church, I make sure I dress well. You understand? So go out. Apart from going out, that is like the offline advertising. You have to do online advertising. I've gotten a lot of clients from just marketing, just putting my designs on Facebook, on Instagram, and on WhatsApp. So for you now, you have to put your dresses you've made, whether custom made, whether ready to wear, whether you made for a client. Always ask them for pictures. Put them on Facebook. Put them on Instagram. Put them on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is really, really helpful. Put them on those platforms. Let it be up. Let it be constant. You're putting yourself on people's minds. You understand? You're unconsciously putting yourself on people's minds. So maybe one day somebody is like, oh, I want to sew a dress in a hurry. They say, I have a friend who can sew quickly for you. You understand? Do you understand me? Yeah. So you don't have a shop. You can't rent a shop. You can advertise yourself from your home. Make sure you have a good phone. Get someone to take pictures of you. And that is it. Now, after advertising, when the client comes, this is what you should do. Pricing is always pricing is always a problem when people are just starting up. But one thing I always tell people is know your worth. Not because you're starting a fashion business on a really low budget, you're starting from your home, you don't really have people. When someone now comes, I want to make a dress, it's okay, just bring 2,000. That person will just believe you don't know what you're doing. The person will just believe you. In fact, you are going to disappoint her. The person will just believe you rubbish her dress. Not because you are starting a fashion business, you still be taking gowns for 3,000. If you are doing it, stop it. Taking gowns for 2,000. If you are doing it, stop it. You are starting a fashion business on a low budget doesn't mean you just keep taking peanuts for a service you're rendering. No, price well. Calculate how much it will cost you to make that, how much it will cost you to purchase things to make the dress. Calculate how much your gain is, okay? Add money for transportation you used to go to the market. Add everything, okay? And give it to the person. I know sometimes be like, oh, people will run away. Don't be on the you don't be on the really high side, like maybe 20,000 or 35,000 or 15,000. But you can have a really good pricing system, okay? That will still enable you to sew that dress, have profit, and still save, for the future, because you are starting small, but the end game is to come out bigger and better than you started. To have a shop, to have clothing outlets. You understand? So your pricing should be on. Now the next thing is The next point I'm going to talk about is branding, and I know this is something a lot of people struggle with when it comes to starting a ready-to-wear line. They're like, oh, I don't have money for label, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for packaging, I don't have money. No, those are just excesses. Now, branding is not just your label. Branding is not just the tag. Branding is every experience your client experienced. If there's any word, every experience your client, or every feeling. How am I going to put this? Everything your client felt when she was working with you, from when you guys negotiated about the style, to you executing the dress, to sewing it, to her testing it and going out, to you keeping to your agreement. Because the problem most people have is, okay, bring the dress, I can sew it, and before you know, the person comes to get her dress, she's using it that day and it's not ready, and that's a really, really bad thing when you're starting up a fashion business. So make sure you give your customers, make sure you satisfy their needs. They want the dress to be like this, sew it like that. They want the sleeve to be like this, so just make sure you do everything they want, so that they will have a good experience and they will come back to you. Now, we all know that if you see a dress, no, let me not use a dress because I've been talking about dress. If you see a wristwatch and they just, these malams, they sell and they tell you the wristwatch is 500, you can still price it for 300 or maybe 200. But if that wristwatch is put in a box, and before the box they put it in a little, cute bag, then by the time you open the bag, it had this very welcoming fragrance. If they tell you to pay 5,000 naira for that wristwatch, you even pay more than 5,000 naira. So that is what branding does. You might not have money to do 1,000 labels. You might not have money to make a cloth tag. You can make 100, and you mustn't go to a very expensive place, to make these cloth tags. You can look around you. There are people that can do for a really, really cheap amount, and you can do it. Like, even if you don't have money for the cloth tags or for the labels first, the best thing you can do is get a nylon bag. Even if it's a transparent nylon bag, make sure you bag the dress well, seal it well. Write a handwritten note. Oh, thanks for your patronage. I hope you slay in this dress. I hope you look beautiful. I go ahead to tell my clients, oh, I'm sure you're going to look really radiating in this dress. In fact, find a husband and send a picture to me. You say those kind of sweet things to your client, and you're registering something in their head. They feel at home with you. They understand that, oh, this tailor knows what's up, so she will always get my style. And always, if you can't keep up to a client's demand, maybe she brings a dress 2 days to when she needs it, and you can't keep up, don't take that dress, because if you take it and you're just starting up and you disappoint, that's a bad signal for you. Okay, now on the label and cloth tags and labels, cloth tags and clothing strings, I'm working on a package for this, and it's called the designer starter pack. I will give more information on that much later. So if you want that, I'll announce on my Facebook page. So your branding is always very important. And like I said before, know your worth. Know your worth. It will help you. It will save you a lot of stress. It will save you a lot of problems. Starting a fashion business on a very low budget just starts with you having a sewing machine, having your basic sewing skills, and getting your clients, putting yourself out there. Talk to people. Oh, I've started sewing, or oh, I sew. Make sure your style is really different. Don't just sew the normal thing. I tell people I don't wear popular demand. Popular demand is not for me. And popular demand is not like you won't go with the fashion. You will go with the fashion, but when you wear yours, you should stand out, okay? When you wear yours, you should stand out. People will say that, oh, Choma made this, oh, Jacinta made this, oh, Chinyere made this. They're like, oh, they know that there's something different about your style. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm saying, but they know there's something different about your style, and they will always come back to you. Starting a fashion business starts from you having a sewing machine, a pressing iron, and a good sewing skill. If this video has helped you, if this video was helpful to you, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe now. Subscribe. I'm counting 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thanks for subscribing. If you want to know more about what you should know before going to fashion school or sewing school, I'll leave a link to that description I'll leave a link to that video in the description box. If you're also having problems with getting your clothes to fit properly, I talked about that in my previous video. I'm also going to leave a link to that video in the description box. As always, go after the life you love. If you want to start a fashion business, start right now. Like, I am doing that right now. Okay, maybe I have not even used myself as an example. I'm doing that right now. I'm running a fashion business from my room. And most of these top people, you know, some of them don't have shops. You see them on Instagram, you see their pictures, you see their designs. Some of them don't have offices. They are running that business from their room. So there's nothing stopping you from running that business from your room. So start right now, like right now. And I want you to send me a mail or send me a DM if you ever start, just because you watched this video. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Go after the life you love. I'm starting a fashion business. Bye.